Episode 13, Rebuilding Steve. Are you ready to squat 1,000,000 reps today?
Of course, yeah.
Let's go, baby. So
13.
This is it. Big luck day. My wife actually found an amazing 4-leaf clover, the biggest one I've ever seen yesterday. So it's kind of like good. Yeah, this is all luck, baby. You're about to hit so many reps. This is going to be amazing. Lots of gains today. Let's give a brief update. Just went out of town, had a really long road trip. Oxygenating not super great over that last 24 to 48 hours. Actually, we'll go into more detail about that later. But today what we're going to do is we've actually got his pulse ox on. We've already warmed him up. He was on the air bike for a while. We already started him on a couple weighted squats just to get the body moving and just see how he's oxygenating. What's it at right now? We're at 93, so he's still a little low. He's on 3 liters of oxygen. But what we're going to do is we're going to start out with some body weight squats. So if you remember last time, what we had him do was 65 pounds is what we built up to on a back squat. Today we're going to start body weight and just see how he's oxygenating. One of the biggest focuses of today is going to be on the oxygenation and making sure that he's doing the best that he can. We're going to time it and see how long it takes him to recover. But the other big piece of this is we're going to try to see if we can help maximize that by giving him some different breathing strategies that allow him to oxygenate better and then allow us to get better output with squatting. So this will be basically a study of one to see if that actually makes tangible difference in session. But we'll just have to play it by ear and see. But regardless, I know we're going to be on a strategy of trying to get these repetitions up as this week goes through. So I think let's get started. Okay, so as we start here, you're up to 97. Perfect. So I want you to just go ahead and rep out about 15 of these. The most important thing is I want you to breathe in on the down. As soon as you feel your pants or your hips lightly touch the seat, I want you to explode up. So I want you to feel that maybe the first 4 or 5 reps you can go a little slow, but after that, I want you to feel like you're coming up with some really good purpose with that. I want you to...
Jumping off the floor.
Not jumping, but pretty much as fast as you can that otherwise you would be jumping or coming up on your toes. You're coming up the best you possibly can because one of the most important metrics that we're going to have for you going through this week, especially at the gym, because we're going to incorporate a little bit more of this type of technique after you get off the leg press, is that once your rate of how fast you can go starts to decrease, we know you're at those reps that are giving us what we want, but also you're going to get to that point where oxygenation is going to tank, right? So we need you to be able to pick up on that, but we also need to actually be able to pick up on that to watch like, hey, you're going slower with that rep. We know you're getting to that point, right? Okay, so I want you to do 15, first 5. I don't really care about the pacing. You just kind of get through the motion, get the rhythm down, and then we're going to go really fast. But just remember the most important thing is I want you breathing in through the nose as much as you can and all the way down. You're doing a big breath in. You breathe it out as you come up, and then you go right into the next rep. I don't want you resting for a long period up top. And we'll just see how the oxygen goes after you do a set of 15, okay? All right, here we go. Action. Breathe in. Great quality squat. 1, 2, 3. Looking great so far. 4. Nice. Let's get 5. Nice. We got 10 to go. Want to see them get a little faster each time. Nice. 6, 7, 8. Attaboy. 9. Let's get it. 10. There we go. 11. Come on. 12. Faster. 13. Come on. 14. Last one. Boom. All right. Now let's see how this bad boy goes today. This will set our tone for the day. This will be exciting. Actually, go ahead and give us an update about medical appointments in the last week, and I'll update everybody how low oxygen dips here.
So a couple of weeks ago, we were off oxygen at rest entirely, and then right before we went to the pulmonologist, we just weren't oxygenating great. So it was really actually a good time to go to the pulmonologist because we could get answers to our questions. So she did a repeat CT, everything looked good there. 15 to 20% inflammation scarring left. She doesn't know if it's scarring, she doesn't sound like scarring. Apparently scarring sounds like Rice Krispies kind of crackling, and she said his lungs sound clear. So
that's awesome.
Whatever the oxygenation issue is not really pneumonia, it's not an infection, it's nothing like that. So we suspected it was allergies. So we ordered a new air filter at home to kind of try out, see if that would help. Wound care, it's less than 0.5 centimeter in each direction.
Nice. Nice.
It's really good.
Love it.
And Steve's been able to take a couple baths, 1 a week. is what he's been doing, and so that's been awesome.
Love it.
So yeah, we're hoping that it closes up here pretty quickly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How are we doing right now? What are we down to? Okay, so I saw 79. Did it go lower than 79 that you saw? Yeah. So I saw 79. He's now climbing back up. He's at 81. He was still able to reoxygenate with standing. The other piece of this is that, you know, how the amount of times that he's been moving that fast with a squat, like very low to none. So the key is that's way more exertional, and we expect that his tissues are going to ask for that oxygen and that demand throughout the body. So what we're going to do is, so that was 15 of those. How many do you feel like, what's your gut tell you? Could you have done, how many more could you have done before the oxygen just got too low where you were feeling like ruh-roh?
Maybe 5.
Yeah, okay, so about 5 more. So what we're going to do is that we're going to stay probably around that, 10 to 15 reps, except we're just going to add more weight to it. Does that make sense? That's the biggest thing that we're going to change. But I do want to go over some breathing recovery strategies as well. What are we at right now? We're already up to 90. So since he's already 90, now that just changed to 91, we're going to just wait this out till you get back up to about 96, 97, feel like it comes back down. And then we're going to do the same exact thing you just did with 15 pounds and see how that looks. And then ideally, we go ahead and go to that with 30. And then once we do the 30 pound, that's when we'll know, that'll be our baseline for today on, you'll do as many as you can do where you feel like you said there, where you think maybe I could do 5 more. Well, we're going to chase that 5, okay, or that feeling, that same perception that you're getting with the 30 pounder, whatever number that is. And then we're going to go over some breathing strategies, and then we're going to come back to it and see if that makes any difference at all if we follow some of these physiological principles. Cool. What are we at now? 94. How close?
It's actually really great because this weekend, if he was dropping in the 50s, just going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Not far, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
A little different than house healing too. Magic happens here, so.
That's fair. I've experienced it personally.
All right, you ready? Close? Yeah, you're 96. Yeah, he's ready. So here is your best buddy 15. So we're going to do basically the same thing, except now you don't have to do any of the slow reps, okay? So I want you to just use your own vibe of how you're feeling between that 10 range up to 20, whatever feels like the number, that's what I want you hitting. And then we'll recover. And if we need to recover laying down, completely cool to do so. Remember, the body it's way easier to oxygenate if we change position, if we relieve the muscular demands of standing sometimes. So we'll play it by ear. Ready? All right, brother, do your thing. I'll count them out. 1, good pace. 2, 3. Make sure to really breathe in. Breathing in is more important than the breathing out. 5, 6, there you go. 7, attaboy. 8, going with speed today. 9, 10, attaboy. 11, 12, 13, 14, attaboy. 15, got another? Nice. You want one more? 17, you want another? Good, I'll take it. You just tell me to take it, I'll take the belt. So now you take a seat. So what we just did then, 17 reps with 15 pounds. He's going to get a great recovery here. The cool thing about a pulse ox is it will tell us what he gets to. It's just going to take a minute. So we get to just see how he's feeling, and we'll see how his normal recovery goes. Actually going to start the timer. I know it's been about 10 seconds. And so we'll see how low it dips and then how long it takes him to recover. But the most important thing is make sure you're getting the oxygen in. So it's that deep breath in, and that's what we're going to train on here in a second, is how to get that in as efficient as possible. How'd that set feel?
Tough.
Yeah, tough round. This time oxygen's down around 69, but we're going to see at what point that starts to turn around here. And we're going to time it at the point right now. So we're at 40 seconds. And we're going to see at what point does that start to spin back around, which it looks like it was right now. So at about 42 seconds, it started to climb back up. Now we're going to see how long it takes to get all the way back to our 96. But that was great. That was the exact amount of effort that I was talking about that we were looking for. So the big things that we just witnessed. Number 1, he was able to tap into his own nervous system to see how he's responding, how many reps that he could possibly do. He pushed himself, and we also got to watch the speed at which his squat changed, right? He had a sweet spot there of about 7 or 8 reps where he was flying. And then he started to get into the mud a little bit, right? So we got to that point where whatever you want to call it, the body as a whole was saying, we got to slow this down. We're starting to get tired. We're starting to fatigue out the muscles, et cetera. Nervous system starts to slowly slow him down. And so then what he was able to do, though, which is so powerful in the healing phase here, is get to those last reps where he's just pushing through the mud really tough, but still internally, he's like, I'm safe to do so. It's just going to be tight. Like this recovery is going to be brutal, but I'm going to be able to do it. He's back up to 83. We're at 1 minute and 50 seconds. Nice. That was fun. Now we're going to do it with 30 pounds. Nice. The good news is, though, you only have 2 more sets today. That's it. You only 2 more sets. It's good. That's fun. That's fun.
We should do a poll to see how many people want me to pass out.
Yeah. We don't care about those people.
It would make for good TV, but
Yeah, that'd be a great vid. However, I'd catch you. Nice. No doubt. You're at 88, to just over 90, 91. Yeah, it's coming up in a hurry now. 107.
so when your heart rate hits 100, it just goes.
Nice.
When it gets down to 100,
Yeah.
oxygenation just goes.
Nice. And so what we're going to do here that's going to be really fun is that we're going to go over a couple strategies where hopefully he can calm that heart rate even faster, right? And we're going to see if we can do that. And we're going to also see if we can get him to be able to oxygenate more quickly. So this is a really good timer because we're running at about 3 minutes now. And he's still hanging in the low 90s. But once we get to that 96, 97, we'll get him back up. We'll make sure he feels recovered, ready to go. And then we will hit it again. But what's really cool about the body is that when we go to these harder reps, these harder sets, no matter what, recovery still takes 3 to 5 minutes. Whether your oxygen's dipping or not, you still need at least that recovery for your body to be able to push that hard again. So the good news is he's well within the normal limits. He's not gonna cool down. He's not gonna have that long of rest off. But this is giving him that opportunity to get the recovery we need. And then we're gonna have fun with more reps. Final tally on recovery time took right at 7 minutes on the dot to the second 7 minutes to get all the way back reoxygenated. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right into the next set. We're just upping the weight, but I want you to go chase the same feeling, okay? That same feeling is the key. Whatever reps that is, don't want them to be ugly. I want them to feel good. And then when you need me to take the bell, you just say, take it, and I shall take it. All right, you ready? Let's get it. 1, good pace with them. 2, 3, attaboy. 4, 5, nice. 6, 7, attaboy. 8, keep the speed. 9, get another. 10, we're in the mud. You got another?
Yeah, take it.
11, nice. Okay, now have a seat. Attaboy. Attaboy. All right, let's watch her dip. Okay, timer started, right on pace. But those looked amazing, man. Grinding through that. 11. Yeah, those 11 reps, 30-pound kettlebell. Again, that's a little bit different because that's an offset weight. The weight's in front of you. Whole lot more core activity. Okay, at 1 minute and 30 seconds, we are officially back at 80. Now we're at 1 minute 45. He's up to 83, 84. So he's climbing back fast here. So we're going to keep tracking it. We're going to follow this all the way through. Last time took about 7 minutes to recover. We'll see where he gets this time around. So at 4 minutes, 45 seconds was already at 95 sitting, already faster. And would you say that set was harder than the other one? Yeah, so way harder and faster recovery. Pulse down 105, 95 oxygen. Looks like it's going to stay too. It's not dipping last time like it did when you stood up either. So I'm going to get it. Once it hits 96, that's when we stop the timer. And then we're going to go over the breathing stuff, and then we're going to hit one last set. Dunzos. So I can say anecdotally, just standing next to you, the breathing respiration rate is all the way back to normal. The number of respirations per minute is all the way back down. Recovery-wise, from my side, appears to be pretty much there. How do you feel overall?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Yeah. So he's at 96 now. So 6 minutes, 45 seconds to officially get there. That's what we wanted to a full failure set. So now let's hit a couple breathing strategies. We're gonna try to pre-oxygenate. We're gonna stand you up. We're gonna do the same thing, and then we're just gonna see what the reps feel like, and then try to do the same thing for recovery. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm gonna have you briefly come over here, and I want you to lay on your back for me. Now we're only gonna lay on our back for a second so I can teach you one strategy here. Now, it may seem kind of wild because we have went over this breathing strategy quite a lot. You remember week 1, which remember your memory is not the best, but week 1 we went over this, but we also went over this in the hospital many times on trying to get you better at choosing the diaphragm to breathe. Do you remember this? Yeah. So it was extremely hard. You remember in the hospital, it was very hard that last week or so. You were like, how the heck do I get out of this hospital? How do I get to where I can get my oxygen right so I can leave this place? And I said, you got to train this. You've got to get this muscle, this diaphragm doing its job again, and the whole system doing its thing. And so you'd work, and it was frustrating as piss, and every day it was a thing. But the reality is you kept grinding one step at a time, and here we are. Now, the thing that we're going to change today that's going to be really fun, and I love that you have the pulse ox on here too. We'll switch fingers again just for good measure. But what we're going to do is I want you to basically tap back into the same strategies we were doing before. I want a wave-like breathing pattern where you feel like the belly gets full with air, the chest gets full with air, and your neck gets full with air. So I want you to just make all the air come here first, and I want you a deep breath through the nose, and I want it till the whole point of you're like forcefully like exerting, like it's really hard to get more air in. Does that make sense? Like you're pulling in as much as you possibly can through your nose. And so what I'm going to have you do is I want you to go all belly, all chest, all neck. You're going to then just let the pressure go. I don't want you to breathe out though. I don't want you to forcefully breathe out. I want you to just let the air come out. If you want it to come out your mouth a little bit or your nose, whatever. But I just want you to let it depressurize for a second. And then I want no break in between the breaths. I want you to instantly go back to this full wave-like breathing pattern. But it will feel very hands-on to do what I'm asking you to do. Meaning you're going fully in is max belly, max chest, max neck. Feel like you're shaking a little bit, let it go, do it again. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do 20 breaths like that, and then we're gonna do a breath hold, and I'm gonna time the breath hold. You ready? I see how long you can hold your breath till your body makes you breathe again. Does that make sense? You ready? So first, show me you can get one good breath, okay? So I want you to breathe in maximum, more air in the belly. Give me more. Breathe here. Yep, now breathe, let the pressure out. Ready, hit it again. Big. Breathe in. Let the pressure off. Coughing will probably be the most annoying piece of this thing because I'm going to make you open, use all of your lungs. If we got to change position 27 times, we'll do it. Whatever we got to do. All right, so here we go. Big belly, big chest, big neck. Let the pressure off. Again, in. Belly, chest, neck. That's 2. Belly, chest, neck. That's 3. Let the pressure off. Again, belly, chest, neck, 4, good. Again, belly, 5, good. Again, 6, keep it coming. 7, again, 8, keep it coming. 9, good job. Again, all the way in. Nice. All the way in. 11, all the way in. Come on. All the way in. 12. All the way in. 13. Come on. All the way in. 14. All the way in. 15. Keep coming. All the way in. 16. All the way in. More belly, more chest. 17. Breathe. 18. Come on. Breathe in. Belly, chest, neck. 19. Last one. And breathe out. Now hold your breath. Go. As long as you can. So his oxygen stayed 95 the entire time through doing this forced inhalation activity through the 3 liters of oxygen. Hold as long as you can. And he's got to breathe. So he made it 13 seconds. 13 seconds of breath hold. And now let's see how long the recovery is.
Laying on his back is the hardest position for him.
For sure.
Because I think the majority of the damage was done in his back.
Yeah.
And just the weight,
For sure. And the good news is, as he got down here, obviously the oxygen dipped initially, came right back up though, got to that 95, 96, and then he was able to do the breathing the whole time, stayed high, and then he held his breath, And now we're seeing it come back up. So you had a little dip there, got down to 90. Now we're back up to 93. You can see how long it takes us to get all the way up there. And now you just kind of do your thing. Breathe as your body tells you to. Okay, so the most important homework is I want that breath hold duration going up. That's what we're working on this entire week to see how much he can improve that. And so what I'll do is I'll give you a very specific, I'll send it to you. This is the very specific scheme I want him to practice. And y'all can do that every single night. Very important. Take less than 10 minutes. But I want him to go through the same thing, but in a very consistent basis. And I want to retest or get an update next week. How high can we go? Like, can we double that? Can we get 30 seconds by next week? That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. So we're going to try it. We're going to aim for it. But that'll be able to set our baseline of expectation. Does that make sense? Nice. All right, so I'm going to have you sit on up for me. And what we'll do is we'll get you, after you transfer positions, we'll then switch you back to standing when you're ready. And then once we get all the way back up to 97, we're going to squat again. How does that work?
Good. So he was highly anemic. When
Yes.
he came home from the hospital, we had some testing done January 25th. So 90 days. At that point in time, his hemoglobin was 9.5. 90 days later, 12.6.
Nice.
Still low, but 13.
But way closer, way closer, way closer.
Super happy about that.
Absolutely.
Iron levels were good.
Huge.
So he was very pleased with it.
Yes, yes. And now we get to celebrate with some squats, baby. Yes. Okay, so here's what we do. Where were we at? 96? 93? You took a dip. You were 96, now you're 93.
Sometimes it just has a mind of its own.
Yeah, switch fingers.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Switch finger. Do you feel recovered? So start point, we'll go with it no matter what. So whatever this reading is, that's what we're going to do. I'll pocket it. All we're going to, 96. See, that's capillary problems. That's capillary problems. I'm not worried about that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that same breathing now, but right here. We're going to do 20 breaths. Then I'm going to hand you the bell, and then we're going to go. All right? How many reps did you get to last time? 11. Never forget it. All right?
This guy with bad memory.
Hey, I didn't say you had a bad short-term memory. It's just selective memory weeks prior.
Yeah, and when you first came home from the hospital, things are a little blurry.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
Yep. All right, you ready? All right, so here we go. Deep breath here, all belly, all chest, all neck. Deeper though. Deeper breath. If you got to cough, you got to cough. Breathe. Nice. 2. Again, breathe. 3. So the only thing we're doing different this time, breathe, 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 breathe. 4. Let it out. Good. Again, breathe. Yes. Turn that around faster, okay? Breathe in. There you go. 6. Nice. Keep it coming. 7. The only thing we're going to do different this time, we're not going to do the breath hold standing. We're going to go straight to the squatting. Does that make sense? Deep, 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 deep. So pre-oxygenate, right? We're going to pre-oxygenate all the cells. See how you do. Get it going. Come on. Deep, 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 deep. There you go. Good. 11. Come on. 12. Deep. Come on. Deep. Breathe. Don't breathe out so much. Just let the pressure out. Breathe in. Okay. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Squat. Go. Breathe in on the down. Come on. Breathe. 1. 2. Breathe in. 3. 4. Oh, he's going to be a good sore. This is going to be such a good sore. 5. Come on. 6. You got this. 7. Just keep doing your thing. 8. 9. Come on. Close. Got it. Good. All right. Take rest. 10. So we got 10 at set 2. We're going to literally repeat the same scheme next week. The most important thing here is just time this bad boy. Let's see how long this recovery takes here. Dude, that was fun. That was fun. I mean, you were in the mud for like 5 reps there. I mean, those are called effective reps, baby. Only gains occur in that range. Only gains.
We need to make a Giphy out of his face.
Was it good?
Wait till you watch it. It's so good.
Yeah. Nice, man. Same thing. Oxygenate well. Get it in there. Get it in there. And then just let it out. Yep. Breathe in. Yep. Get more air in. More in. More in. Just let the pressure off. More in. Let the pressure off. In. Good. You're doing great. Overall, how's recovery feel right now?
A little quicker.
But the key thing is that what I really want to see by next week, okay, is him do his best with the breath holds, and let's see how high we can get. He's at 2 minutes, and he is almost 2 minutes, and now 2 minutes. So he's at 89. I was hoping he'd hit 90 at the 2 minute mark, but he was really close. But get that air in, bro. In. I want oxygen all around all the little parts around the lung. Get in there. Deep. 95. Go ahead and stand up, and let's see how we can get it back to 96. Same thing. Get that air in. Get it in there. In there, just let the pressure off. In there, let the pressure off. Good. Well, how do you feel? You're at 95. It's 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Were you looking at it upside down?
I was like, oh, it's 96. Yeah, definitely
Oh,
not 96.
yeah, it was 95, then went 94. Yeah. He's 95 now. 96. 3 minutes, 32 seconds.
Wow. That's okay. So
It matters.
okay, now we're going to talk about it next time.
Yeah.
Hospital and other places have taught us slow pursed lips breathing is the best way to recovery. So I'll just leave it with that.
There's windows of time. There's a right method for different phases of recovery. Does that make sense? I think we just found what's going to work really well for us.
That's
Does
awesome.
that make sense? It's 4 minutes, and we've been done. We've been done.
We've been done.
We've been recovered.
Bro.
Been recovered. All right, everybody, we're out.